Where do I start? I don't know. I don't know what to think. Um, this episode is a very somber one. I'm lost for words. I don't really know what to say. For those of you that are probably wondering why I'm like the way I am, it's because yesterday, watching that Dallas New England game in person at the Cowboys Stadium, I realized something that I never thought would come, but it's something I gotta finally just come to terms with. But the New England dynasty is dead. After yesterday, the New England dynasty is dead. I saw no spark, no life, no nothing in that team. To me, they just didn't care. They just did not care yesterday. And I was appalled. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was very appalled that we couldn't have done better. And we should have done better. I'm not going to lie. We should have done better than what we did yesterday. That was absolute patheticness, in my honest opinion. Absolute patheticness. You know, I just don't know. I think it's time to really sit down and redo this whole team. And I ain't even talking about the plays. I'm talking about the coaching staff. You guys all know I'm a big Bill guy. I am. I'm a big Bill guy. But I think he needs to take a step back. And that means just be the head coach. You know, I understand he's old and he's had all this power for a very long time, but he needs to just take a step back and be like, okay, you know what? I think I just need to be the head coach. I can't be the GM anymore. I can't have all my hands. I can't have my hand in all these different pots anymore because I'm getting older. You know, he's 70 years old. Like, he showed to me yesterday that he has lost all fight in him. Like, I just don't see it anymore, you know. I just don't see the spark in him anymore. And I get Belichick, he's about winning. I know he is. He is about winning. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what is going through his brain right now, but he ain't showing me that he wants to win. Granted, some circumstances happened in the game yesterday, and I'm not trying to make excuses here. You know, injuries happen in games. You know, Judon and Gonzo going out didn't help. Being down as many guys as we are already hasn't helped. You know, there's no spark. There's just nothing. And then I go to Mac Jones. Now, you guys all know I don't fucking like Mac Jones. I don't trust him. I don't think he's the guy, and it showed yesterday. He can't throw for shit. I'm sorry. He cannot throw for shit. He didn't even try to push the ball downfield once yesterday. He was throwing dink and dunks the whole damn game. Granted, he went 12 of 21. I get that. But for you only completed 12 passes for 150 yards. That's not that good. Like, that's really not good. Like, he did not look like he's going to be the quarterback of the future yesterday. He got benched for Bailey Zappi. And then, of course, all the rumbling started happening again, just like last year. Oh, is Mac Jones what's going on with Belichick and Mac Jones' relationship? Blah, blah, blah. Bailey Zappi ain't it either. You know, Zappi is not a good QB either. New England at this point just needs to tank. I hate to say it, but they just need to scrap this season. Because there's no hope. After yesterday, you only score 3 points on offense. There's no hope. That offense is fucking pathetic. They gotta be the worst in the league. They gotta be. The run game is non-existent. The receivers can't catch a fucking ball to save their lives. What happened to the Juju Smith-Schuster that was for the fucking Kansas City Chiefs last year? Who did really good with them, and now all of a sudden he sucks? Like, I don't understand it. Devontae Parker sucks. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. He's a has-been. There's nothing. There's nothing. The only continuity on that offense is the tight ends, and that's Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki. They're the only continuity, and Mac don't even throw them the ball hardly. Like, they don't even get the ball. They don't get any targets. They get maybe 1 or 2 targets a game. You ain't gonna fucking win with that. It's time for something to change. And I saw that yesterday. I was very upset, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. Watching that game yesterday, I was so upset. Because I thought it was going to be a close game. And I had said that going in. I thought it was going to be a close game. I really did. I thought New England's defense would be able to hold Dallas' offense, which actually they did. If you look at the stats in the game, Dallas' offense really didn't do much at all. So New England's defense actually semi-did their job like I thought they would. Turnovers, scooping scores, pick sixes, short fields. That's how Dallas got all their points. They got 2 defensive touchdowns. You're not going to win games doing that. Penalties. New England had a lot of penalties. New England, I don't think Dallas had a single penalty called on them yesterday, if I'm correct. Not a single one. They may have had like 1 or 2 late in the game, but that was it. Sloppy play by the Patriots. That's why they lost 38-3. After the first quarter, I was like, you know what? Hey, we're only down by 7. We can do this. Hey, we're a second half team. Go down 28-3, and I'm like, I don't think this is gonna happen. I mean, New England's defense, New England kind of stopped the bleeding in the second half, but it was too little too late. The offense couldn't do anything. They were playing from behind. It just wasn't good. And I'm not going to say the Cowboys are Super Bowl favorites. They're not. Because I'll tell you what, and I'm going to go with Stephen A. Smith this morning on this one, and he's 100% right. Dallas has played 4 offensively challenged teams. I want to see what they do against a team like a San Francisco or a Philly or a Los Angeles Rams, not the Chargers. The Chargers seem like they're good offensively, but they seem like they like to blow a lot of games because of Brandon Staley. I want to see what they do against those teams. If they do good against those teams, then I'll say, you know what? Okay, Dallas is for real. But right now, you beat 3 in offensively challenged teams, and you lost to the Cardinals because you couldn't game plan your defense because Trayvon Diggs went down the Thursday before the game. So I understand why they lost that game. But Arizona played perfect football against Dallas. They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't give Dallas short fields. That's how they were able to win the game. I've noticed that with Dallas. Dak cannot drive downfield. I've noticed that. He cannot drive the ball downfield. I've only seen him do it maybe a couple of times in his career. But for the most part, the only way he can score is if his defense or his special teams gives him a short field. Other than that, he can't score the ball. He can't. And even yesterday against New England, their red zone offense was terrible. New England's defense held them in the red zone to nothing pretty much. I think I seen a stat that Dallas is 4 for 15 in red zone trips this year. They've only been to the red zone 15 times in 4 games. And they've only were successful 4 of those 15 times. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. They're the worst red zone. I think they're the second worst red zone offense in the league this year. That's pretty bad. Like, they got to fix that. Because if they stop playing teams like a San Fran or a Philly, they're not going to score shit. And they're going to get blown out if they do that. Or they're going to at least get shut out. Going back to yesterday, though, I'm going to just say this, guys. I had a wonderful time. I really did. I had a great time. I lived my dream. You know, I got to go see the Patriots play for the first time in my almost 30 years of being alive. I got to go see the Patriots play. Granted, not the outcome I wanted. But damn it, I'll take it. Like, I'll fucking take it. I think it's time for Bill Belichick to step down, though. At least as GM. I don't want to see him leave the team, because I still want to see him get Don Shula's wins record. But he does not need to be the GM anymore, because the way he's being GM is not helping this team. He's literally getting these has-been washed-up players and thinking, oh, they're gonna help us. They're gonna be veteran leaders. Like, no. No. Granted, he finds some diamonds in the rough still. You know, he found a diamond in the rough with Gonzo. He got Judon. Hunter Henry's been decent. But there's no... That O-line sucks. Trent Brown is a fucking loser. He needs to go. I don't even care at this point. They need to let his fucking fat ass go. Because he doesn't do shit. The right side, terrible. Onwenu and David Andrews are really the only 2 offensive linemen that are worth a damn. Like, it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. And Matthew Slater, God bless him. I feel so bad for him. He came back for this year because he was going to retire. And he came because he's 38 years old. And he was going to retire. And he came back to this fucking shit show. Like, I'm just lost for words, guys. And I'm just going to end it with this. Congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They did good. They played good. Their defense so far is for real. Their defense is for real so far. I also did see something yesterday too. Watching the Chiefs and Jets game, which was the Sunday night game. The Jets are actually not as bad as I thought they were. Even with Zach Wilson. The Jets should have won that game yesterday. They should have. They made Kansas City look pretty damn bad. And the fact Kansas City beat them by less points than New England did shows me this, that Kansas City is very inconsistent this year. Mahomes cannot play good against good defenses. Good defenses are starting to key in on him. So I'm looking at this. I think the Chiefs are not going to repeat. Not this year. Not as Super Bowl champions. They're not going to repeat. Are they going to go to the AFC Championship game again still? Probably. I could see it. Even though the Bills are looking as good as they are, I still think the Chiefs are the favorites in the AFC right now. I think they are. But that's something that remains to be seen. I did also see the Eagles game yesterday. Luke Anderson, shout out to you, buddy. You guys had dogfight. Not gonna lie, the Redskins gave y'all a dogfight yesterday. I thought you guys were gonna dominate them, but they're a decent team this year. They played y'all really tough. Like, that game came down to the wire. It really did. I'm telling you though, you guys got to fix your defense. Yeah, y'all's defense giving up too many points. Y'all got to fix that defense, and that was y'all's problem last year too. Y'all's defense was y'all's Achilles heel, and it screwed y'all in the Super Bowl. Y'all got to fix that defense. Y'all got all these ex-Georgia players. These are all ex-vaunted Georgia players that are supposed to be really good, but they're not showing it. They're very inconsistent. Jalen Carter's a badass. So is Jordan Davis. But the rest of the guys got to step up. The rest of the Eagles got to step up. They really do. Also, some other news that I had come yesterday. As a matter of fact, before I left to go to the game, the Celtics did something that I didn't think they would do, and that was trade for Drew Holiday who just got traded to the Portland Trailblazers in the Damian Lillard trade. This surprises me because for a couple of days now, I was hearing like, oh, the Celtics aren't going to trade for him. They don't want to give up Time Lord and Malcolm Brogdon. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, they give up Malcolm Brogdon and Time Lord for Drew Holiday. Now, I'm going to say this. I want to talk about this for a little bit. But I do think the Celtics gave up a little bit too much for Drew Holiday. I'm going to be honest. They gave up 2 first-round picks and Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams, a.k.a. Time Lord. I think the trade was good, but what was given up was bad. I think the Celtics gave up way too many picks because they gave up one of their 2 first-round picks in the draft this coming year for him. They gave up because they had Golden State's first-round pick, and they gave that up. Which that would have probably been a late first-round pick anyway, because Golden State is still Golden State. So I mean, like, really, what the hell? Plus, Brad Stevens has a lot of draft capital stocked away anyway that he can use for a trade at the trade deadline if he needs to. Like, he's fine. I mean, Brad's a smart man. But yes, I do believe, and Ian, buddy, shout out to you. I do agree with you when we talked yesterday. I do believe that what was given up for Drew Holiday was a little much. I do agree with that. I don't think we should have given up the reigning 6th man of the year plus 2 first-round draft picks and then our starting center for him. I think that was way too much to be given up for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is good though. He puts up decent numbers. Now, he's probably going to start this year. He's probably going to be the point. So can he run the point? I think so, and I've always wanted Drew Holiday on the Celtics. For those of you that don't know, I've loved Drew Holiday ever since he came into the league. He's a Celtic now. Can the Celtics keep going with him? Can they still win the East? I believe so. I do think they're still the favorites in the East right now. As long as Porzingis stays healthy, the Tatum and Brown duo get a little bit better, which I think they will. They better because Jaylen Brown just signed that $60 million a year contract this offseason. Tatum, I hope, still does good. Al Horford's getting old. I understand that, but he's still good defensively. Drew Holiday is going to be a question mark. I don't know what he's going to bring. Derek White's still there. Pritchard's still there. Hauser. The thing is, the Celtics just don't have any depth, on their bench. Their bench has no depth at all. But the thing is, nowadays, what I noticed, and the Nuggets actually kind of showed this, as long as you have 2 or 3 bench guys that can contribute, you're okay. But that's what you got to have. Now, the thing is, you don't have Marcus Smart anymore. You don't have Malcolm Brogdon anymore. You lost out on guys that had won DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year, and Sixth Man of the Year in a 2-year span. So that's going to hurt right there. That is going to hurt. I get it. Derek White made all defense last year. So his defense is pretty good. Is it on the level of Marcus Smart's, though? No. Can he contribute off the bench like Malcolm Brogdon did? I don't know. And I know Malcolm Brogdon was not going to stay long anyway because he wanted out. He was already upset that the Celtics tried to trade him for Porzingis. So he was already upset to begin with. So the Celtics just needed to move on from him. Yeah, we're going to see what happens with that, though. I'm still debating on whether to get Celtics Mavericks tickets this year. I just got to see. I don't know. I mean, I've already seen them play, and I've been up close. So maybe if I do go, I might just get nosebleed seats. But we'll see. But yeah, also we get the Monday night game tonight. Seahawks, Giants. I'm picking the Seahawks in that one. I don't trust Danny Dimes. I think Geno Smith is going to dominate him today. And the Seahawks have a decent juggernaut around Geno too. Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Those guys are going to dominate. Those guys are going to dominate, let me tell you. But for now, take it easy, guys. Hope you guys are having a great start to your weeks. Beautiful day down here in Texas. It's about sunny, 95 degrees. I'm still waiting for that big cold front to come, but I think it's coming. I think it's coming soon. I'll probably have another episode later in the week. We'll go over. We're gonna go over the Red River rivalry. That's Saturday. And we're gonna go over, of course, preview the rest of the NFL for this coming week 5. Take it easy, guys. Have a great day.